Today I'm trying out 3 different gold methods, and we are gonna cover 3 different cakes in these different methods and see which method we like best. Welcome back to Shaleese Bakes Cakes. To try out these 3 different gold methods to cover our cake, I made 3 4-inch cakes. So I just made some little mini cakes to show you guys and me which gold technique we like best. The first gold technique we are going to try is gold leaf. You guys have seen me use gold leaf. You've seen me just use the tiny little squares of gold leaf, and we put it on just using little paintbrushes because it's super finicky and kind of a pain. So I have the big squares of gold leaf. The only downfall to this method is gold leaf is definitely pricey. So we're gonna kind of compare and contrast here, but this is how we're gonna cover the first cake. So I have my big squares of gold leaf. Be careful, you don't really wanna touch gold leaf because it is so finicky. You can see right now it's already falling apart, but this is my gold leaf here. And it is super fun, but also really, really finicky. It just, whenever you touch it, it kind of just folds up, breaks apart, super, super easy. To place the gold leaf on our cake, pick it up by the back. There's always a little piece of paper on the back. Don't touch the gold leaf, kind of pick it up. I'm just gonna push it right up against this cake and then pull it off, and there you have it. It's just gonna kind of stick there. Okay, and we're just gonna get a few pieces of this gold, and we're gonna put it all around the cake and on top of our cake, and we're just gonna cover it in gold leaf. Gold leaf has a mind of its own, so if you're gonna cover your cake in gold leaf, you just have to be happy with kind of what it looks like because it's just got a mind of its own, guys. Some of the flyaways that didn't get pushed, just use your paintbrush, smooth it out. Be very, very careful because it is super finicky. As you can see, it's kind of pulling away as I'm doing that. So if you want to make it a little smoother, you can use a paintbrush. Here's our first cake covered in gold leaf. Our next gold technique that we're going to try out is we are going to use Sweet Sticks edible gold paint. You can find this on Amazon. You can find it from actual Sweet Sticks website. And it's just gold paint that's already here, it's already made, and we'll see how well it covers our cake in gold. To apply this paint, we're just gonna dump a little bit into the lid. We're gonna use our paintbrush, and we are just gonna start painting on our cake, just right onto your cake. Make sure that your cake is pretty chilled. I've had it in the freezer for about 10 minutes, 15 minutes even, and then you can get a nice smooth paint on your cake. So we're just gonna paint the gold onto this cake now. This is more of an antique gold, so it's not as shiny, but it still is really, really shimmery. If you can see it, you can't see it great on the video, but it is a pretty shimmery, fun gold. It's just not as bright. This is our second gold method today, and we just painted this edible gold paint right onto our cake. Our last gold method I saw on Instagram from Sweets by Joanna, and we had to try it. We are using our golden luster dust from shop Sweets and Treats. You can also get it from Heaven's Sweet Shop. You can get it from Roxy and Rich, and they're all edible, safe to eat, and paint on your cake luster dust. I'm also going to use vodka because her recipe calls for vodka, and we need a little spray bottle, just a little pump spray bottle. It was like 99 cents. So you just need a little spray bottle. And we are going to make some gold, and we're gonna spray it out onto this cake. To make the gold, we need about a half a teaspoon of our luster dust and 1 tablespoon of vodka. Now we're gonna dump it in and we're gonna shake it up. And this is what it's gonna look like, a nice bottle of golden magic. So make sure that you shake it up really well, and then make sure your cake is chilled again. Get it out of the freezer, put it in the freezer for about 15 to 20 minutes so it's really chilled for this technique. Now we're just going to get our little spray bottle of golden magic, and we are gonna just spray it onto the cake. That's right, we're just spraying onto the cake. Just keep spraying and it's gonna cover your whole cake. This amount of gold can probably cover a 6-inch cake, maybe an 8-inch cake. Right now we're just doing a 4-inch, but I have a lot of extra after I was done, so you'll have enough to cover a bigger cake if needed. So just spray it all around your cake, and there you have it. Golden magic that we sprayed out of our little spray bottle. This was a fun third technique of covering our cake in gold. Now it's time to assess which gold method we liked best. I really liked all of them. If you get right down to it, I like all of them for different reasons, but let's start with the gold leaf. Gold leaf Super fun. I really like the texture it gave on this cake. I feel like it just gave it a fun golden texture. You can't really get that with any, anything else. That is just gold leaf and it gives it massive texture. And I think it's just so much fun. Okay, so the pros, I love the texture. Super cool look, definitely pretty awesome. The cons. Gold leaf is super pricey. If you were to buy the big squares of gold leaf, it's up in the 20, 30, sometimes 50 price range. Very expensive, super cool, very pricey. So besides the price, so we have the pro, it looks cool, the texture's awesome. You can't get that look with anything else, and our con is pretty much the price of gold leaf. All right, next we're gonna assess the Sweet Sticks paint, and really, it's super simple. You can see it's definitely not as bright. When they're all next to each other, it's more of a dull gold, but it's an antique. So there you go. The Sweet Sticks is already made. The gold is already there. And you just need a paintbrush and a cake, and it's on like that. That is a pro. It's about $13, so it's not as cheap, but it's not $35 to $50, so we'll take it. I would say the pro for the Sweet Sticks is how easily it can be applied. You don't really have to do anything. You just go buy the paint that's already made and you paint it on your cake. Easy peasy. I don't love the color as much as the other two though. All right, the last technique, we used basically the gold drip recipe that you guys love. We just did a little bit different. We just added some vodka in there and we put it in a spray bottle and we sprayed it onto our cake. Okay, I'm not gonna lie, this could be my favorite technique out of the three because not only was it fairly simple and pretty cheap, look at it. Look at it. I mean, look at how gold and shiny it is. From spraying it out of a spray bottle, it's gold and shiny and magic. So the pro, it's different, it's fun, it's fairly easy to do. All we needed was vodka and a little bit of luster dust. However, luster dust is more pricey. So if you're in the price range here and you want to go cheaper, you would want to get the Sweet Sticks brand of gold because it's a little bit cheaper. Because the good edible gold luster dust is more pricey. Not as pricey as this, but more pricey than this one. Am I confusing you now? I'm confusing myself. All in all, there's pros to each one. Pros to the look and how different, pros to how easy and simple that one was, and pros to just, that was just a fun technique and look at it. It's so awesome. It's just cool. It's just cool. All right, guys, that was my assessment of 3 different ways to cover your cake in gold. Let me know in the comments which one's your favorite way and if you try it. Thanks so much for watching here at Shalice Bakes Cakes and make sure and subscribe to my channel, guys.